Since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then he with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready? 95-56, 95-56. Hey, chill.
Man, I got you.
Tighten up.
Check 13. Shit.
Clock.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ready?
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10.
I'm coming.
You're good.
Now the Notre Dame man. This is Theo Riddick.
36.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Ready?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Shit. Check 36.
Hey, kill. Hey, easy.
This is Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hatchet. Slam.
Easy, opposite.
On the ground, it's Riddick. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Miller. That one, a first down pickup of 8. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, break it down, fellas, break it down.
They keep it with Miller on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, easy. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch that.
On 2nd down and 4, Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Here's Rivh. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Theo Riddick, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Grant. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd and 9, Luck. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43.
1st down, Colts.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bucs 39-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They will run with Grant, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Rivh. Able to find Isabella. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound. And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done. Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. 7-7, our score after 1.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. 5-9.
Say. No. Off. Alert 3.
Sammy.
Miller. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, check 24.
Reddick with a carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Here we go. Watch the screen.
Now Breeze. He's got it to Williams. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Grant. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now left side on the swing pass. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll try the left side. Grant. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
Hey, let's go. 54, right there. 54, Mike. 3 bucks. Hey, 1 set. Check, Mike. 53.
Luck on 1st down. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Hey, dude.
From the red zone now, Locke. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Locke. This is caught. A good pickup there of 20 yards. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Game clock setting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jakeem Grant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 14-10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Here's Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Oh, here we go. Oh, check three, check three. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Showing it. Under. Slam, slam, slam. Hey, easy.
Now Rivh. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
You ready? Check right 54. Right 54. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that top deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. You're good, you're good. High 4, ready. Here we go, here we go.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. Miller with a first down and more. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Breeze. Underneath for Miller. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Lamar Miller, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Luck. Finding Knox there, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Clock on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there.
57, Mike, 57.
They are going for it. It's Luck. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
36. Mike's 56. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, wahoo. 56 to Mike. 56. Hey, easy. 5'9". Yes. 56. Mike, 56. 56.
To throw, it's Breeze. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jared Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A.J. Green in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. McManus's point after is good, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Kill. Hey, kill.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They go back to Grant. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, over.
Now it's Locke. And he fires one, but incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going to go. It's Locke. Able to find Waller. That's complete. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. From the 45 on 2nd down. Luck. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now a give right side. It's Grant. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On first down, it's Long. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Calais Campbell, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg it. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Throwing on 3rd down, Long. And that will be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. They snap it to Locke. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Grant. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
21.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Jet bombers. Kill.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check. Hey, switch gears.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Wait a second.
They go back to Rivh. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
61, match box, Mike.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Here we go. Tighten up, tighten up.
Check, check, check. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. Go, go.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And finding Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Down from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter.
I got it. Check 99, check 99, check 31, check 31.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 48-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. Kill, 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 kill. General West.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Hey, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
They'll run it again with Miller. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, easy. 11, 11, 11, 11. Hey, hey, I 7.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Sammy, Sammy. Check Mike 54. Hey, Foxtrot.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. And he finds Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage. Sets
him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Wide, get wide.
Sammy.
Catch it.
Hey, easy.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game as they have taken the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year, and he needs another one right now if he wants a Colts victory. A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
12.
On 2nd and 9. Luck. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try the left side. It's Grant. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 25-yard line.
And the Colts first down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And an alley to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go! Shoot! Watch the shoot! Check 24! Check 24! Check 50! Check 50! Watch it! Over! Shit! Here we go!
After the penalty, it's Miller. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Under 10. Check. Hey, easy.
Check 3!
On 2nd down, it's Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Come on, dude!
You're 21. Hey, easy.
Hey, watch the screen!
He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Theo Riddick with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your
That's caught at the 25. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Grant. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Well, as far as plays go, there's nothing to write home about on that one because that one gets some negative yardage. But if you do want to find a positive, he found a way to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Go, Mike. Go. Ready. Hey, go. Wild Bill. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. 11. Hey, Mike 51. Five.
Back to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situations. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. 56 to Mike.
They'll look to throw. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Who that? 5-1. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, Delta. Mike, hey, easy. Mike 54. Rip left.
Back to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
No, you kill. You draw corpus. Shoot. Quick edge. Come.
Breeze to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
Check girls. Whoa. Here we go. Check. Watch 54. Hey, go.
Now Breeze. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full. Quo. Hey, Zoo.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw, and that's caught inside the 30. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This to almost certainly win the football game. The kick by McManus is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Colts, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.